Hi everybody, it's Lisa from Lisa's Paper Passion, and today I'm going to start a tutorial. I'm not sure if I can do it in one video or if I'm going to have to break it up, but we'll get started and see how many we have to do with the time that I have to record. This is a lace book, and it's called the lace book because it's to store lace that you want to either give a gift to somebody, or you just want to keep some of your precious laces that you've been given. There's a YouTube video out there, and I can't remember her name, but I will definitely post her video of her project that she came up with, this lace book. But mine's a little bit different, and that's why I'm going to share this tutorial with you. So anyway, I decorated the front and the side. The back, I just put a piece of vintage lace on there. And I'm not quite done yet. I know it needs something else, but my favorite dress form with some trim that my friend gave me. But anyway, so let's get started. There's a little pocket on the side. So, okay, here we go. So what you're going to need to make this, put it back here in our background. I used 2 pieces. My base was 6x6, so you need 2 pieces of 6x6 chipboard, and you want it pretty thick, because the reason why I'm doing this tutorial is because the one that I followed was great, but I really wanted something thicker. She made hers inside out of paper, I believe, but I wanted a thicker base because if it's holding chipboard and trim, I want it to be stored in something more sturdy. So you're going to need 2 pieces of 6x6, and then the middle part, the spine, really depends on what you want to store. This particular one I did like about a 2.5-inch spine, but as I started putting a more thicker, even though you think that it has a lot of room, but once you put in one trim, let me show you, it kind of gets thick pretty fast. So this is how you would put the trim on there. Sorry, I'm trying to get this in camera. See, once you put that in there, take a pretty little stick pin and put that in there. It gets pretty thick pretty fast. You see, if you do a couple of them like that, even though I left room between each hinge, so it really depends. Like if you want to put thinner lace in there, like something this thin, you might not need that much of a bulk, but it's really up to you. But this one I'm going to make with a larger one, so I'm going to make it with 2 3/4. I don't like mini books with really wide spines, but it's all up to your preference. So with this one, we're going to make one with a 2 3/4 inch spine. You're going to need some type of glue, a quick dry adhesive, and your favorite double-sided tape. And so I'm just going to put this aside for now. You're going to need manila folders. And the manila folders, sorry as I step away from the video camera, the manila folders you're going to need, the file folders I should say, not manila. I use the Staples kind, and I like to use the thicker one. There's the thinner one, which is really flimsy. But for this project, I like to use the thicker kind. And it doesn't matter which tab it is, because we're going to be cutting that off, as you will see. Okay, so let's get started. What you're going to need to do... Oh, sorry. One more thing you will need, of course, very important, is you need 12x12 sheets of paper or 6x6, whatever you have, but you're going to need 4 sheets of 12x12. So I'm using some pieces that I have from the London Market series, and at this point you really don't need to decide which side of the paper you're going to need. So have 4 sheets of paper, kind of in the same series, so that way your mini book can look more, mini lace book could be more cohesive. And this is the brand that I use, the Pink Paisley London Market. Okay. So here we go. Okay. So first you're going to need to cut all your sheets down to 6 by 12. Try to squeeze this in here. Let me clear up some of this space. My projects. There you go, Cupcake. You can move over there. Okay. So cut all of your sheets down to 6 by 12. I record on my tablet and there's not that much room that I can move it to. So here you want to kind of pay direction to, if you have directional paper, because the idea is after we cut it down to 6 by 12, we're going to fold it this way. So I want my pattern to go across. So I'm going to cut it down this way. So you're going to end up with 4 of these 6 by 12s that you're going to be using for the inside. Okay, I'm going to put this video on pause and go cut the other papers. You don't need to see me cut paper. Okay, so I am back. I just finished cutting all of my 4 sheets of paper down to 6 by 12. So here it is, all of the papers. Now, at this point, what I'm going to decide is which sheets of paper. I need 2 of these for my front and back cover. So I'm kind of looking through. This is the sheet that it's kind of be representing my lace book. And I think I'm going to choose this one. So I'm going to choose this one. So I'm going to put that aside. And then I need the second sheet for the back cover. And I think I'm just going to choose the coordinating, which is this one. And I know that because the back is black music paper. Okay, so I'm going to set these 2 sheets aside. And so I should have 6 left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which I do. Perfect. Okay, so I'm going to set my paper cutter aside for the moment, but it will be coming back, so keep it close to you. I'm going to fold all of these in half. Simple, right? Yes, I talk to myself a lot. Okay, what I'm looking for in the background is bone folder. Okay, now at this point you can decide which side you want it to show. So I think I'm going to choose this side. So you're just folding them over. So we go 1. This one, I think I want to choose the pink. Usually if I have 2 of the same sheets of paper, I choose, like, see, this one and this one are the same. So this one I'll choose one side of it, and this one I'll choose the other side of it. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing to this one. This one goes this way, and this one goes this way. Trying to do it really fast. Okay, this one I used this side, so this time I'm going to use this side. I really like the way this came out. I've made these kind of albums before, but I've never made lace album. So I thought it would be fun to try using this method, although the method, like, if you see things like that, just cut it off. It's not rocket science, and I don't get stressed out about things like that. Just cut it off and throw out the extra piece. Okay, so now what you're going to also need, and I'm looking for on my desk, is you need a template to cut out. I'll show it on this part. So see, we're building the pages inside. I'm going to go look for my template. I'll be right back. Hey there, welcome back. I couldn't find my template, so I figured I might as well show you how to do it. I just took one of these pieces of the card samples that I showed you in the beginning. You do want it to be the same size, your sample, like 6 inches across at least. This part of it doesn't really matter, but you want it 6 inches across. And the way that I saw it in the video is she went 1 inch down and 4.5 inches across as far as her line. So I'm just kind of eyeball it. Well, let me do the 1 inch down. So this is kind of the 1 inch mark, and we'll do the other side too. Okay, so then I want 4.5 inches across. So let's kind of eyeball this to be, I'm going to stay on my 1 inch line. Trying to go at this 4.5 inch mark. I'm trying to balance it between the left and right side. So I think that's about good. Okay, so I'm going to do, I know there's a more calculated way. I'm going to do a line going this way. Okay, and then we want 1 inch and 1 inch. This is going to be the part that's going to hold up the lace. Okay, so this is our template. You see how this side's kind of smaller than this side, so I'll just move the line over a little bit. Like that. On the equal side. Okay, so this is going to be my template. And when I was watching the video on the tutorial, I couldn't figure out how she was cutting it. So I'm going to do it slowly so you could see it. Okay, so now you have your papers all folded, the 6. Now where you're going to put this is where you have your fold on the top and bottom. So what you're going to do is take your template and you're going to draw a line. I'm sorry that I can't get this really close to the camera, but I'm hoping you can see it. But basically I'm going to draw a line like that. I'll show you up close. Okay, so you're going to do this on the top and bottom of each of your 6 sheets of paper. Okay, I'm going to put this on pause and I'll be back. Okay, so I'm back. I've cut out almost all the sheets. I wanted to do the last one with you. So again, I made my template on one side. Doesn't really matter what side, as long as you have the page open, top and bottom. And I found it's easiest to cut these out is if you press, which I can't do it in front of the tablet because it's hard to show you, but it's easiest when you, here, let me show you real quick. If you cut these slits first and then you put a ruler or something along this line and then use your cutting tool to cut across. Why do I always forget the names of stuff when I'm recording? I don't know. Okay, X-Acto knife, Delio doohickey, I'm not sure. Okay, so cut all these out. Now save this template because you're going to be doing, if you do more of these, you're going to want to keep this around unless you don't mind making another one. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so this is part of the inside pages. Now the next thing we're going to do is get our, oh, oops, I forgot to cut this one out. Little rascal tried to get away from me. I got you. Yes, I talked to my paper. Okay, anyway, moving right along. Next you're going to need your file folders, and I see that I'm at the 14-minute mark. Oh goodness, I missed another one. So I'm going to finish cutting this out. This is going to be the end of part 1. It looks like I'm going to be doing part 2 and maybe 3, depending on how slow I go on the next one. And I hope I'm going at a good pace because I don't want to go really fast and I don't want to go really slow because I get bored watching slow videos and I don't want to watch people glue one piece of thing like for 10 hours. So I'm trying to do my videos what I like to see in other people's videos. I'm not saying I'm better, I'm just saying this is how I like to do it. So, okay, so this is the end of video 1. See you in video 2.